Why influencers leave or disappear from the platforms they worked so hard to get and to gain the following. Let's find out.
What happened to Alex from I Covet Thee, and do followers deserve to know why she quit influencing? Got so many questions about Alex on my recent video about Lily Pebbles and the Anna edit, so let's do a deep dive. Alex Coben set up her blog I Covet Thee in 2011 when she was 19 years old. At the time, I'm pretty sure she was living with her boyfriend on the South Coast and working in retail. I found this old screenshot of her blog, and it was one of the best at the time. In 2014, she was included in Lit Magazine's Best Beauty Blogs. How nostalgic are all these flat lays? She also did
So she's your kind of typical influencer that used to post about her life, about fashion and kind of day-to-day living, I guess. She had different deals with like magazines, with products.
this paid advert with Elizabeth Arden, and I discovered her around this time, and I remember thinking that was a pretty big deal. OG YouTube fans will also remember that she was best mates with Susie Benaldi from Hello October. I remember these two doing a paid advert with Rimmel. They seemed to be best friends, and I remember they did lots of kind of
So Rimmel, so that she had a brand deal with Rimmel, which is very big brand, makeup brand in the UK especially.
videos with their boyfriend. It was in this era that she got her really sweet little dog called Moon. But fans of Alex will know that she was going through some really, really tough times behind the scenes. In October 2017, she posted this really emotional YouTube video where she sadly confirmed that her mother had passed away from cancer. She was also going through a breakup with her long-term boyfriend. Just a side note, I don't want to post any pictures of him because I would personally hate that. It was also around this difficult time that Susie started appearing less in her videos too.
So, when we say kind of it comes in threes, so the poor girl had one thing happen after another. So as far as we know, the first YouTube that she posted, not the first YouTube, but one of the YouTube videos that she posted was when her mother sadly passed away. The next thing happened to her when her long-term boyfriend, they broke up. And then a third thing shortly afterwards is when her and her best friend, as far as we know, kind of disappeared from her videos and stuff. So obviously that led us to believe the kind of friends no more.
The last photo I could find of them together taken in December 2017, and 4 months later, Susie was signed with Gleam, which was the biggest talent agency in the UK at the time. I obviously don't know what happened in their friendship, but I do remember noticing that Susie was hanging around a lot with In The Fro, Emilia Liana, and I just kind of got the sense that Alex had been left behind, but there's no way of proving that. I'm not exactly sure when Alex moved to London, but I think it was in 2018, 2019. She announced she had a new boyfriend called Joe, I think his name was. And as a viewer, she seemed really happy. She changed up her style quite a lot. It was lovely to see. After years of sharing her life on YouTube and Instagram, she did noticeably start posting less, and her last actual Instagram post was May 2023. Before I started filming this today, I dropped Alex a line on the address on her blog just to try and give her a heads up and see if she wanted to comment, and that email address is no more, which to me suggests that she has quit influencing. So I suppose the question I want to ask is, do her 160,000 Instagram followers deserve to know? After all, we became very invested in her life. I think if you were watching Alex's content in the last couple of years, it became very clear that she'd fallen out with influencing, and that's fine. And I would personally argue that she didn't need to do this big resignation, because I suppose that means that she wouldn't be able to come back. She was 19 when she started her blog. She's 31 now. Her interests, her life has clearly changed, so I don't hold it against her, but maybe you guys disagree. Were you big I Covet Thee fans? Were you invested in her friendship with Hello October? Do you want to know what happened there? Let's talk.
So that's the thing. So she was 19 when she started, and then I think around the time that she kind of disappeared, she was 31. So as we all know, it's a massive change in age, and your brain and just you as a person change, develop. Like even her style has changed. Like she is just like, if you look at the photos when she just started and then as she left the platform, it's like two different people, which is that's what we do. We kind of evolve, we change. And I understand, and obviously a lot of things happen in personal life, but the question is, do her followers deserve to know that she actually left because it was never announced, and why she left? My personal belief is yes, they do, because you kind of for so many years lived a life because of those followers, because of the people that supported you, right? That build your platform. So I believe just because even being grateful, I would let kind of, I don't have any followers, but But I would feel obliged to let people know out of the respect and just as a massive thank you that she's been privileged to live that life, not having a normal job and all the kind of contracts that she's got and money that she made, that kind of, the lifestyle that she lived, it was all because of her followers. And I believe she doesn't have to let her followers know her personal life, like details, why exactly she left. But I think she could have even said that she's taking a break and why she's doing that. And like maybe she'll come back, maybe not, but kind of have that personal chat with your audience just to let them know that you were grateful for everything that they have given to you, that you've been able to achieve because of them. You can't just kind of take everything that you get from everyone and kind of leave, because like if you ever would come back, like would people watch you again or support you again just by the way that you left? I don't know, but let's watch the next story.
My story of why I decided to quit being a full-time influencer after a year and get a job in corporate America.
I don't know what's in the water recently, but I've seen like 4 or 5 of these videos talking about full-time influencers going back to get corporate jobs.
Yeah.
And this is what I think they're all getting wrong. The reasons for wanting to leave full-time influencing were pretty much the same across the board. Some people said financial reasons, but most people were making more money as a full-time influencer than in their corporate job. They just found they were getting bored, they weren't fulfilled, they didn't find themselves mentally stimulated day to day, and quote unquote felt like they were losing brain cells. And I think that wouldn't be the case if they approached it differently. There are actual scientific reasons for this feeling of losing brain cells. Your brain is an organ, and like most other things in your body, it functions with this use it or lose it capacity. If you are not actively engaging in problem solving and rigorous thinking, your brain is not forming new neural pathways, and it starts to lose cognitive function, which can lead to things like memory loss and brain fog and the feeling of getting dumber. And truly no shade at all, but if your entire day revolves around posting an outfit or sharing a beauty product and you are not engaging in that rigorous problem solving type of thinking, your brain is unable to stay healthy. Now, the grass is always going to look greener no matter what.
I guess I can understand if you're kind of a beauty influencer or you post your outfits or anything, or like shop reviews or like order reviews. I kind of get it, I guess, but I think you have to truly enjoy what you're doing. So I've created my channel because it suits my personality. So if you've seen any of my videos that I mentioned before, I am an absolute introvert. So for me, platforms, especially like YouTube, are an absolute blessing. I create these videos and I feel like I am watching this content with you, like we're watching it together. So it's perfect for me because I'm not that great in like social settings or meeting with a lot of people, like face to face. Like it's just not my thing. Like it's just not for me. I'm very like spiritual person and I feel people's energies or bad vibes, like it really, really affect me. So platforms like this are just a dream come true. I love what I do. I truly enjoy watching. It's like watching, like that's why I named the channel Friends from Far Away. This is legit name why I came out with it, because like I wanted to create a community where we're like friends, like we might not see each other, but we're kind of there. We can communicate through comments. Like I will always answer comments and like keep conversations going because I love that stuff, and like chatting with you guys, like I'll always try to reply. And like we created like our little community where we can watch stuff together, we can react to stuff, we can discuss. Like I like what I do. But if you're just literally posting your outfits or like makeup, I can see how that can be very boring, I guess, over time, over long periods of time, and that can kind of bring you down, because I do everything myself. So I edit, I find videos, I watch them with you. I never watch it previously, so that kind of makes like it's not boring to me. And plus I also live the life outside of this. Like I have a family, I have to do like normal day-to-day stuff like shopping and food. I do everything myself. So doing this is like a privilege to me and it brings me happiness. So yeah, that's kind of, it depends kind of what content I think you do and you provide, and whether you're doing it just for the money, just for the business, or you truly enjoy it.
side of the fence you're standing on. Like if you work a full-time job, chances are you've probably been burned out at one point and wanted to take a break. If you take a break, if you pursue full-time influencing, you get bored. You need that cognitive stimulation. The risk, however, with leaving the full-time workforce is that you may find that you struggle to re-enter it, especially when the market is so hyper-competitive. You've been out of work for long enough that your skills have started to become a little bit obsolete. But my thesis is that there's a world of opportunity that fits squarely in the middle of these two paths. You can use the flexibility and the financial opportunity that comes with being an influencer, but do it in a way that continues to develop your skills and advance your career,
Absolutely.
which of course is going to provide that mental stimulation that we all need. What I'm coining as the corporate creator will be the people that build a following on social media centered around their existing professional pursuits, cement their reputation as a thought leader. They'll keep building their professional skills, and they'll build a second stream of income that allows them the flexibility to take the breaks from the corporate career when they're feeling burnt out and give them an easier time finding a new job when they do decide they want to go back to work. Like, just imagine being able to structure your life differently year by year, getting to choose how you work and for who you work and in what ways you work and when you work.
Absolutely.
And being able to structure that depending on your stage of life and your goals at that time.
I think just people forget how truly lucky they are if they make money out of like social media. Like they say they're tired, they're burned out. Yeah, but like if you worked full time before 6 days a week and you work for the people you did not like or for the ethos you did not believe in the job that you worked, how hard was that mentally? Physically, there was no time to yourself, let alone to even kind of pamper yourself or have time off or just do social media. So I think what makes kind of me not understand and like not angry, but like people don't realize how lucky they are. Like especially if they build a platform and then they just disappear without telling the audience why. It's like you were so lucky to record when you wanted to record, like no matter what time of the day it was, to get up to wake up in the morning whatever time you wanted because you could afford to do that. As long as you kind of release or you have a graphic of like the content you're releasing, you're flexible. You make your own kind of flexibility in life surrounding that. So that is so lucky compared to other people who has to work as the boss tells them and the hours, or they stay longer, or they have literally no private life. Like it's what you make and how grateful you are for what you have, I think.
Deleted my Instagram about 6 months ago, and it's been one of my favorite decisions of this year, honestly. Sometimes I feel like our generation doesn't really understand how long we've been on social media. I created my Instagram when I was about 12 years old, and I deleted it when I was 23. That's 11 years on an app. 11 years is crazy. Literally half of my life online. And when you start thinking about it that way, and you start thinking about, what's my relationship with external validation because of social media? Why do I feel a need to post certain things? Why do I need to try and have a certain image or whatever? Like, you could be sad, but you could be posting like happy-go-lucky, not a care in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so again, kind of the same issue I find. If you're using a platform to validate yourself, validate your looks, the way you look, or to kind of get compliments and that raises your self-esteem, that is not a good start. And obviously it's going to affect you mentally and it's going to affect your whole life. You cannot live your life to kind of from what people say. So that's kind of like with like posting clothes or your outfits. This is like you posting your body and then you get like compliments and you grow your self-esteem from that. So that's not you enjoying. That's kind of not like you creating like videos or content or something to share with people or enjoy together with people. You're kind of using your personal self to gain your confidence, which is like it's bound to fail. Like it's bound to get to you at some point. And again, I don't think that's a right way to use social media. Like for example, for me, some of the platforms that I will not use or post are TikTok. I do not like TikTok. My favorite platform is YouTube because I feel like it's the nicest platform for community to create your platform, and the people I truly feel is the nicest people on YouTube. TikTok I think is the worst platform it's just such a short videos, and there's so many of them that many people on TikTok just are there to hate. If you open any videos from whether someone is a very big influencer or just someone starting out, I guarantee that no matter what you open, there's going to be hateful comments on every single video. And I feel like the only platform you tend to see that with is TikTok.
I feel like we've all been there. Let's be honest. So after figuring out first, of course, your relationship with external validation, you also have to realize how much social media is a distraction and a waste of time. Like, I really got to learn who I am and what I like once I took a break. Now I had time to finally learn ASL. I took 2 courses, which was like 16 lessons each. I learned Italian. I got really into bell hooks and spirituality, Akashic records, that type of thing. I got to spend more time with my loved ones and really cultivate genuine, authentic relationships, not just, oh, we follow each other on social media, so we must know each other. No. Do you even know my last name? Do you even know where I'm from? Like, let's be real. And again, honestly, like, monitoring spirits, evil eye, all of that stuff is way deeper than you realize. And it does have an effect on you,
Yes,
whether
I'm
you
very spiritual.
consciously or unconsciously realize it.
Yeah, so that's again, they all kind of say the same thing. I kind of disagree. She started, what did she say, when she was 11? Like, she was a literal child. So, of course, like, this is just common sense. Like, the stuff that she's saying is common sense. And if people don't get that, then I don't even know, like, if there's help for them. Like, obviously, you have to know who you are. Obviously, you have to prioritize your time with your family and relationship that actually exists, or you're gonna lose that all. And if you don't understand that and you just seek validation from photos on the Instagram that you post or videos on TikTok, the quick, like 30 seconds clickbait that you just want the attention, then obviously it's not healthy. But if you produce something that you truly enjoy, you feel like it's a hobby, but if it also bringing you money for something that you're doing, something that you love, that's the right way to do it. It's not the right way to create friends that you don't know online and leave everyone behind in your real life. Like, you have to find the balance. Of course, you have to like do stuff outside the social media, not keep scrolling for 24 hours. I don't do that. I come here and I relax with you guys because I'm like, let's watch what happened. Because I don't scroll Monday to Sunday from as soon as I wake up in bed till I go to sleep on social media and watching stuff. That's why the videos that I watch with you, I haven't seen them before. I find so much stuff and I have so much stuff to find because I haven't watched it. Like, we share this time and I enjoy it. And then I get off and I go live my life and do other stuff that I have to do. Like, it's such a balance. And if people don't understand that, I think you can see when people are doing it just for like reasons to validate themselves or to get attention seeking people, you can see that. And then the people who truly enjoy and do something and speak to their audience, you can tell. So yeah, that's kind of sums up the reasons why people kind of leave their platforms, which is quite sad to me. I think they don't appreciate it maybe in the moment, or maybe some people leave for the right reasons. They have outgrown, as a person, maybe they've gained enough money so they can kind of live the life that they dreamed of or get a farm or whatever. That's a good reason. Or sometimes people kind of get burnt out or get mental health issues because maybe they're not getting what they're seeking from social media. Like, that's the dark side of it. But it's just a balance, and just you always have to stay true to yourself, I guess. But yeah, guys, so that's a wrap for today. Please like and subscribe and build our community so we can watch these things together. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.